It's going now? Okay. Go ahead.
We're gonna put this in the bloopers you wanted.
Yeah. Lots of bloopers with Caleb. Welcome back. Hopefully you watched video 1.
Go.
Come on, go.
Welcome back. Hopefully you watched video 1.
Hopefully you guys were able to watch video 1. This is going to be the start of video 2 that we're working on the 59 Galaxie. Video 2, we're going to go through, we wrestled with the windshield the other day. That was really fun to get in. We'll show you a little bit of that. We're going to put the gas pedal in, work on the horn a little bit, finish up the emergency brake system that we kind of started working on in video 1. We're going to dive into the brakes on this and maybe look at a disc conversion. We're going to pull all the power steering stuff because it's leaking bad. Maybe start looking at the transmission. The blinker's falling down, and then Ryan wants to look at the radio and the clock to make sure that we get those working. So that's kind of some of the stuff we'll look at for video 2, as well as...
And then in addition, we'll also be working on the blue one.
Cha-cha-cha!
And we'll be diving into figuring out what we need to do to make the engine start.
So we added the blue 59 to the garage as well. So the pink one's a 332 with a 2-speed, and this one's a 352 with a 3-speed. So very complete car, but no brakes, and the motor hasn't been ran in multiple years. So we got to dive into getting it running. So yeah, we look forward to you guys watching and following along. What are we doing, Ryan?
Pressure washing the bottom of the car.
Gonna get it degreased up, right? Alright.
Want me to close the trunk?
Alright, so first look at the 352. We're just kind of trying to get a good feel for what has and hasn't been done. We were told that the distributor was pulled out of it, so we're going to need to check the timing on that. The fuel pump, looks like they got a retro fuel pump for it, but it's not connected, so we need to get that in. This is the fuel line down here, so we're just kind of looking at the routing of that. Try and get that set up. It looks like the heater line here is disconnected, so it's rotted out. We'll probably need to get some of that hose to set that up. Just kind of going through the motor and making sure that everything's in place before we try and turn it over.
So right now we're taking off the hood so we can more easily access the front of the motor, so we can hand crank it to start it. And the fuel pump we had was incorrect, so we're gonna return that one and order a new one.
He's actually there. He's not just not looking at you when he's talking to you.
So
hey bud, what you doing?
removing the radiator hose so we can remove the radiator so we can get to the front of the engine to hand start it.
Okay. Got the hood off. We're gonna pull the radiator and pull the fan so we can hand crank this thing over and find top dead center.
Out comes the radiator. Oh, it's still connected to the cords.
There you go. Alright. Alright, Caleb, what are we up to, bud?
We're applying oil to all the cylinders so that they're well
lubricated. We're putting oil on the top of the cylinders so that at least a little bit gets around the rings while we're trying to hand crank this over and get it to top dead center to try and get it to fire. Well, how'd it go?
Decent.
Decent? What did we find out?
Nothing spinning.
Okay, so we were hand turning the motor over and we noticed the distributor wasn't spinning, and so we pulled the valve cover and none of the arms, none of the rocker arms are moving. So this helicopter's coming over. And is you shaking from the helicopter? You knucklehead. So what are we gonna do next, Caleb?
Pull off the front.
Pull off the front of the motor, and we're gonna go look at the timing chain and stuff like that, and see what we find. So that'll be another day.
And aerial's done.
So Ryan, tell Ryan what we did last time. Look at him and tell him.
What'd you do last time?
You don't sound like Dad. I mean, you.
Alright, this is gonna be in the bloopers you wanted.
Stop. Last time we pulled off the hood, and then we tried to hand start the motor, but nothing was spinning on the bottom end, so we pulled off the valve covers and nothing was spinning on the top end. So now we're going to remove the pulleys and the water pump and the belts and the timing chain cover to see if it's spinning correctly.
Okay, so we are at the point now where we're pulling the harmonic balancer. So we've got the pulley off the front of it for the power steering, and we just found out that apparently AutoZone has loaner tools. So we were able to go down to AutoZone and pick up this little harmonic balancer puller. And now Caleb's gonna get off the camera and he's gonna come over here and he's gonna wrench on this.
It looks like it's doing anything.
Yep, it's pulling, it's moving. See how it's coming away from there?
Yeah. What if it falls?
Well, that's why you're supposed to have two hands on it. So when it does come off of there, you don't lose it. Alright, we'll check back after we get that timing cover off of there.
So we got the hydraulic puller, or
Harmonic balancer.
oh yeah. The harmonic balancer pulled off, and we realized we needed a three jaw puller. So we went back to AutoZone and we got it. So now we're gonna try and pull that out.
What you got?
Something.
There's Caleb under the car. We've got all the front of the motor off. We're trying to get this timing chain cover off. so we can check to see why the top end of the motor isn't spinning.
There you
The
go.
bottom end is.
There's another one.
There's another bolt.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Caleb's up under there. He's getting the
I
last
keep
bolts
getting oil on my face.
on there. Probably should have had his safety glasses on.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, Caleb just got the last bolt off. We're gonna see what's behind the old timing chain cover.
Oh.
All right. Well, there is a chain on there, which made me wonder. So, time to spin this thing and see if we lost a cam pin or something. We'll see.
Cut to Ariel.
Cut to Ariel. Cut to Miss Ariel.
Ariel, look.
Whoop. All right, we're gonna put the bolt back in the crank here and find the right...
Down here on the ground, Dad.
What?
The big one.
That's right. Oh. See that?
It's spinning. And?
Yeah, but I don't know. That was weird.
What? Well, there's also a big hole, so. You hit the camera.
I mean, that's spinning, so why is the top of the motor not? Alright, I guess we've got timing chains connected, so next is we'll try and figure out what's next.
So we finally got to the timing chain cover, and we noted that the chain was moving, but nothing on the top end was moving. So we noticed that there's a dowel missing between the crankshaft,
The timing sprocket.
timing sprocket, and the camshaft. So we're gonna have to figure out what we have to do about that.
Awesome. That'll be it for today. Put it over against the fence. Alright, so the wheel bearings, we thought maybe were bad. We were getting some clicking the other day. Driving around was really hot out. So I pulled everything off and everything looks pretty good. So we're just packing them with more grease and then retightening them and see how it does the next time we're driving. Go ahead, Ray. Walk it in. Alright, so sit down. Okay, sit down. Throw your legs on your sides. On both sides. So you have to lift up. That's good, Caleb. All right, Rye, what are we doing right now? No? You're not gonna tell me? All right, Rye's putting on the lug nuts. We just did a little wheel bearing inspection on this side, and then he's gonna snug up the castle nut and see how this does. We'll take it for a cruise and see what happens. See if she's still clicking or not. What are you doing?
Pulling off the cover
To do what?
to put the camshaft timing pin.
Alright, so we got these pins and a new washer, and we're hoping it all works to get this to time together and see what happens. So all right, so I have a question. This is the camshaft pin. We have two of them that we've been able to get our hands on. This one Mike's at like 3.08 and this one's like 3.12. It goes, both of them go into the cam fine, but neither of them will go into the actual sprocket gear. So I'm wondering what type of tolerances this really needs to be worried about. I mean, this is the whole timing of the motor runs on this pin, so thinking it needs to be pretty tight, but I don't know what the fix is here, as in, like, do I need to take this? I don't know how or why this wouldn't be right, that it would be different than that, but do I need to have this machined out just a little bit so that it fits these pins better? This one kind of goes in a little bit, but I just kind of like filed on the edges of this a little bit to try and clean it up. So just kind of curious as to like what kind of tolerances I should be worried about here. Like, I would think any slop here is going to have some play, but I'm guessing maybe once it's oil in there, it's not as big of a deal. So just kind of curious as to what you guys think the best play here is. Thanks. All right, Caleb is getting this back off of here. We were able to, with a little bit of WD-40 and a drill bit, we hollowed this out a little bit so that that pin would get into there. Now we're sitting good where the pin will sit on there, so we can get this into the timing set. All right, we are back out at the car. It's been a little bit of time, and we were able to work the distributor out of it. Give me a thumbs up there, bud. All right, so we are going to work on trying to get the timing in place with the distributor now.
Putting the bolts back on the valve cover.
All right, so putting the valve cover on, and then what did we just get finished up?
Dropping the distributor in.
Okay, you gotta speak a little louder so I can hear you.
Dropping the distributor
Don't be a knucklehead. Yep, so we actually got the distributor to drop in. We found some crud in the way of it, and now Caleb is putting the valve cover back on just for now, and then we're gonna get a full gasket set to get the whole front end back together, and then hopefully figure everything out to try and fire this thing soon. All right, Caleb's underneath right now, learning how to use a wrench.
I know how to use it.
Well, that's not a ratchet, Caleb, so you got to do it, take it, spin it,
Alright.
and then put it on there and then spin it.
Why didn't you just grab a 3/4 ratchet?
Because a ratchet won't fit in there because of the cross member, remember? Okay, so yep, move it. There, I'll take it off. You have to go up and take it off, Caleb. Put it on it.
Let's be stubborn.
Then, nope, look, you're not doing anything when you do that, Caleb. Look, take it up to the cross member. Take it off of the bolt now. There. Now come down. Yep, like that. There, off the bolt. Come down. Okay, so now just take your hand up there and spin it with your hand. Move your hand high so the oil doesn't get onto you. You're fine. It's just a little oil. So spin it with your fingers.
It doesn't want to go with that.
Doesn't want to spin? Okay. Keep going.
I think that's good enough.
What do you mean good enough? It has to come all the way out.
Oh.
Arms getting tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. That oil looks pretty filthy, huh? What do you think?
Isn't it supposed to be gold?
It's supposed to be nice and clear, yeah, so been a little while. The manual impact gun. Alright, what are we doing, Caleb?
Loosening, or taking off the tires so we can look at the brake cylinders.
Look at the brakes, yep. We are back working on the blue Galaxie, and we had the distributor in, but it wouldn't fall all the way down, and so we noticed that there was some crud in between the oil pump drive shaft. So we needed to pull the pan anyways. So Caleb is down there right now.
It doesn't work.
What's that?
It bumps
Okay.
against the cross member.
Okay, that's fine. Get the other ones. We'll figure it out. Look, that one lasts. Okay, so you can put your extension back on. So Caleb's under here and he's working with this. It's underneath your arm right there. There you go. He is working to get the oil pan off. So there's got this little setup here. So once we have the bolts out, we'll keep them in the same spots just in case. Always try to stay as organized as possible. All right, keep at it, bud. You know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll check back in a little bit.
Pulling the right bolt, right?
Yep.
So what about this wheel right here that's holding this up?
Nope. We just need the bracket. We don't need the bracket for the coil. We just need that bracket for what? What are we pulling?
Dipstick?
Yep, oil pan dipstick so that we can slide the oil pan out. Got all the bolts out. Okay. Alright, the oil pan is out and Caleb is under here He's just about to start pulling out the oil pump. Oh yeah, way back. Pull the ratchet off of the, if you need to.
Oh, my arms. Very fatigued.
Okay, Caleb, when you pull that oil pump off, I want you, don't pull it off of there yet. I want you to slide to the side and pull that pan and put it next to it, just in case. No, go the other way. Slide towards the other tire.
Okay.
It's stuck to it a little bit, right? It's not going to just fall off?
I'm hoping.
Okay. Oh, found the bolt. Okay.
You do what now?
Slide towards the passenger tire. Put that underneath it. Probably back some, towards the back of the car more. There you go. Give that a little wiggle. Try not to pry on it too much. It's tight on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on to it good as you pull down.
Yeah, I'm pulling on it. It's not budging.
Give it a little wiggle. Wiggle it side to side a little bit. Yep, and up and down.
Yeah, nothing.
Try again. Says they put gasket maker on it, so you got to break that gasket maker free. Go ahead.
Today when we pulled out the distributor to see why it wasn't dropping down, and we noticed that the oil pump had a lot of sludge in the top of it, so we had to pull that out. So we pulled out the distributor, then pulled out the oil pump out of the bottom, and pulled out the oil pan after that because we needed to get it out to clean it out. And then once we did that, we pulled off the sway bar. We pulled off the sway bar before the oil pan because it was getting in the way, so we'll put that on, back on later. And then we might have to get a new oil pump because we don't even know if this one works.
Perfect. All right, so you can see that it was a good thing we pulled this pan. We've got some sludge in the bottom, so we'll get that all cleaned up, get the pan cleaned up, and keep working on trying to get this thing running. My wife may not agree with me, but the benefit of having two of pretty much the same cars sitting in the yard is when you need a part for one, you can pull it off the other to custom make it. So Caleb's in here and he's wrenching down on the distributor hold down because we've been having a hard time finding one that somebody doesn't want way too much money for a little piece of metal. So Caleb is undoing the distributor hold down, and then we'll get some metal out and we'll cut it and make ourselves a distributor hold down for his car. Thumbs up, Caleb? Thumbs up. All right, so as you can see, we made an addition to the yard. We got a lift in, so we're gonna get back to working on this. We had a little bit of a break while we got this all set, but now we've got the blue 59 up onto the concrete pad, and so we're gonna lift this up today, and today we're just gonna work on prepping the motor to be able to put the new oil pump in and put the oil pan back on it. That's our next steps. So here we go. Go ahead. All right, so we're back out working on the car. Today we're gonna try and start buttoning the motor up.
I heard it click.
Caleb, okay. But when it clicks, you gotta stop. So let me see. Do it. Put it on there. Nice and slow. Did it click?
Yeah.
Hold on, stop. I don't want you to over tighten.
It already clicked. I told you that.
So, I don't want it too tight. Yeah. Okay, look. So, we put it like this. Hear it click right there?
Yeah, that's
So
what I heard.
that's torqued. So we're torquing down the camshaft right now, the camshaft sprocket. I'm going to start putting the timing cover back on, get the oil pump and oil pan back on it, start working our way to get things back together, and hopefully get closer to trying to fire it up. All right, so we are getting ready to put the front cover on the engine, and some of the bolts were just a little gummed up, so Caleb is running the tap through the cover just to make sure that all those threads are nice and clean, and I am running this die, the tap and die set, through on all the bolts, just to make sure that we have nice clean threads so we don't mess up anything. And then hopefully we get it on there and keep moving along. All right, Caleb, what are you doing, bud?
Tightening the cover down.
All right, so we're getting this front engine cover tightened down. Those bottom four are 9/16, right? So the top, get those top four. We're just gonna get it loosely in there, and then we're gonna start getting the dampers and stuff going. All right, bud, what are we doing now?
We got the front cover on, and now we're gonna work on putting the oil pump, a brand new oil pump, back on.
Okay, awesome. All right, so Caleb has, what do you got going on there, bud?
The screws for the oil pump.
Okay, for the oil pump what?
Pickup tube.
Pickup tube, good. Okay, so we cleaned up the pickup tube, and we're gonna put these on here right now. Actually, let's just do a dab so that this just stays put. Really don't want gasket maker on this. It's just to hold the gasket in place while we assemble. Okay. Going? So these call for 12 to 14. 12 to 15, sorry, Taylor. 12 to 15, oh, don't cross through that. 12 to 15 foot-pounds. So Caleb did the conversion, and what is it in inch-pounds?
168.
What?
168.
168 inch-pounds. So we've got the torque wrench out, and we're going to torque these down to 168 inch-pounds. 2 hands. Two hands on it, though. One hand at the top and one hand down. Oh, slow down, slow down. Only a couple of foot-pounds. Okay, stop. Put one hand here. Yep, right. Okay, hold on, stop. Go ahead. Pull it. Pull it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so pickup 2 is on the pump now, and we're going to go underneath, and Caleb's going to install the pump on the motor. Stop that. Turn it off. Hey, what you doing, bud?
Tightening down the bolts for the oil pump before we torque them up.
And what's the torque spec on this?
23 to 28.
Alright. Alright, so we got the, point to it, bud, there, oil pump on, and next we're gonna get the oil pan on, and that's a 2-man job underneath here with trying to get the gasket and everything in place. So we'll just run the little time lapse and you'll see us on that. Come on.
Oh, I'm tired.
What you doing, bud?
Finishing torquing up the bolts to the oil pan.
Okay. A little bit of arm pump. It's good for you. Two more.
forearms really hurt. It's not funny.
I find it funny. One to go, let's go. Oh, it was really loose, huh?
Yeah.
See, it's like,
Why is it not tightening?
Did you tighten that one up earlier?
Yes.
well, I'm trying to remember.
What did we do the other day?
We took off the fuel tank and it was full of nasty stuff.
It was nasty, so we decided that we were going to get a new one.
And now we're gonna lift up the car and put the new fuel tank on there.
Yep, get the new fuel tank in it. So here we go. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
I started.
All right, Caleb, what are you doing, bud?
Taking the bolts off for the carburetor.
You gotta talk so they can hear you.
I can talk.
No.
Maybe the car was off in the back. Taking the bolts off for the carburetor.
All right, so we got the fuel tank in, and next part of the fuel system we're gonna work on is we're gonna pull the carb, and we are going to not bang on our car like that.
Kind of stuck.
So you can thread it back on a little bit. Come on. Did you get the right size?
Yeah.
Just stick on there a little. Alright, keep going. So once we get the carb off, then we will do a rebuild kit on it and fully rebuild it. Alright, so we got the carb off, and we're just doing a quick peek real quick just to see what the floats and the inside of it looks like. So Caleb just got that off. Gonna need to pop this, so we need the wrench on. Spin that off. Flip. Take your flathead right between here and just twist a little bit. Jam your finger.
Dad, you have tape on your leg.
That's what we're doing. I don't really have it.
Okay.
Are you trying to take that off?
Yeah, I was looking at the floats.
Is that good?
So see those floats right there?
Yeah.
They look like they're decent. They'll work for us. We'll just have to clean everything up and things. Needs a lot of cleaning. It's good, right?
Go.
Alright, so we're putting the oil filter on so we can get some oil running through the motor and make sure everything's functioning smoothly.
All right, come up here, Ray. So we're gonna drop in the
Okay, it's good.
Okay, make sure it's tighter than that.
It's
Good and tight.
And
More.
my hands are slippery.
More.
Oh, my hands are slippery.
I'm gonna drop the drill in and spin the oil pump and make sure that we're oiling on the top of it. All right, good?
Yeah.
All right, come on up. That's good, bud.
It's 5 quarts.
That's 5 quarts in your hand, so.
Oh, it is.
It's getting harder. Oh, here it comes. You hear it?
Yeah.
Seeing it drip out yet?
It's where?
Just look around the valve train.
But not out of these two.
It is. See this one?
I'm saying these two.
It will in a sec.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good thing, right?
Yep. So let's hold this drill to the side here, bud. And you can keep doing that.
What? Just
Yep. What was that?
your eye, right?
All right, we've got oil. So now we need to get back to top dead center to set our distributor, right? All right, so we'll be watching the valves as this comes around.
Yeah.
All right, so we just verified that the oil pump was primed. We got the distributor dropped back in at top dead center and verified by our marks on our balancer and our number 1 on our cap. So hopefully that should all be in time. We're gonna pull the gaskets off of here and put new valve cover gaskets on and torque them down. So Caleb, we need those gaskets out of the back. Huh? Tell them what we're doing.
Oh.
Why you're doing it.
We're putting the bolts back on the valve cover.
Talk to the camera.
I am talking to the camera. So that we can re-torque them, since we made sure that all the oil was flowing smoothly in the engine.
And then what are we gonna do after that?
Reconnect the wires.
What wires?
I don't know.
Spark plug wires. Get those on. That's it?
Yeah.